This is not even what we were supposed to be talking about, but you know what? That's okay, because this is a free-form vlog video. Hi everybody, it's Retro Dee, and this is April's Chit-Chat vlog. It's so humid today. It is so humid and wet that it is like living in SpongeBob's neighborhood. You know SpongeBob who lived in a pineapple under the sea? And it's like 1,000% humidity. I can't get my hair right. It's just going to have to be long and just straggly. And it is really, it's dark out today. It is raining. And like I said, it is just so humid that I don't know why. I don't know why I wasted time doing my hair, because I have very, very thin, straight hair. And if I try to curl it when it's humid, it won't stay. I also did a video about how to do your hair 1950s style. It's geared towards people with very, very straight hair. You know, I love the 1950s because the 1950s was an era where everybody was happy and good looking and everything was structured, and that's mostly how it seemed. I didn't live in the 1950s, as old as I am, but so I don't know if all that stuff you see in the ads and all that happiness and all that perfection was real or if it was fake. But I know I'm not going to get political on my channel. It's a big, big no-no. But all I can say real fast is it was a much better time, I think, than what we have today. It's 2:25 Eastern Daylight Time, and it's about as dark as it would be at 7 p.m. because it's raining. Now, I don't mind the rain. See, I like the rain because I live close to a small airport, and they're always, you know, flying their Piper Cessnas and Beechcraft Bonanzas that are probably 80 years old over my house, and it's very noisy, and I'm always afraid they're going to crash into the house. But on a rainy day, there's a lot less air traffic, so it's a lot quieter, so I try to do my videos on an overcast day so that you're not listening to plane noise all the time. Otherwise, you would just be listening to me talking with all these plane engines over it. One thing I wanted to say, that is really incredibly difficult, frustrating to me on YouTube. I don't like to complain about YouTube because I love YouTube. It's one of the greatest services of this century or whatever. And but one thing is there are copyrights, and I understand that you can't perform a song unless you have the license to do so. So that means you would have to be a professional singer, and you would have to have the license to perform a song, and that makes perfect sense to me. But what doesn't make sense to me is that you can't sing even one line. And there's no rule that I read that if you sing 3 seconds of a song, it's still copyright infringement. If you sing 2 seconds of a song and it's recognizable, it is still copyright infringement. I don't agree with that at all. Music is meant to be enjoyed. Music is meant to be shared and celebrated and enjoyed. And when a song comes to mind, I want to sing like a line of it. And I notice a lot of you do that in your videos. A lot of creators will sing a song, a couple lines or whatever, but it is technically copyright infringement, and I don't agree with that, but I don't want to risk it myself because I don't want a copyright strike. I think that if you're not performing the entire song, you should be able to sing a line. You should be able to hum a song. You can't even hum it. Okay, so if you do hum part of a song and it's recognizable, it is technically copyright infringement. I disagree with that as well. You should, but should does not mean that's, you know, of everything I've read, I have trimmed down a video, like the one where I'm doing my hair, I sing like a couple lines at one point of a song, and I took that out. As soon as I read the copyright laws, I said, I'm not gonna with that. There's no way I'm gonna I'm gonna sing on my videos, even just a little bit, because it is copyright infringement. I think that is complete bullshit. But that does not mean that I'm not going to follow the rules. I will follow every rule that YouTube sets out because YouTube, to me, is worth it. And also, it isn't YouTube that's making the copyright laws. It is the copyright holders. It is the industry. If somebody has a song that they love and they just want to sing one part of it because something reminds them of it, like I see a lot of people doing videos, they should be allowed to do that. Technically, no, you could get a strike. I love to sing. I am an alto. I sang in choir. I sang in a chorus choir. I don't know what to call it. It wasn't a religious thing. It was something in college. And I was a low alto. And I did not even have one octave range. But I love to sing. And when something reminds me of a song, I'll just be like, like I'm gonna puke because I'm like, oh, I can't sing. It's copyright infringement. But in reality, when I'm not on the camera, I am singing all the time. Everything reminds me of a song. I have an aunt who's sing in a chorus for like 40 years. No, my cousin has a 5-octave range, like Mariah Carey, but not me. I can't sing, but I still love to sing. But that don't matter because everything's copyrighted. So I can't write music. I don't write music. Okay, I don't write music. All right, so where were we? This is not even what we were supposed to be talking about, but you know what? That's okay because this is a free-form vlog video. And I have to stop my type AAA personality from taking over and telling me that you need to do this. Where are you? Put the rule. Blah, 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 blah. You know what? We have to do the question of the day. And let's look. Oh, let me explain what the question of the day. If you're just joining us, God help you. No, if you're just joining us, question of the day is a book given to me by the aunt that was in the chorus, or that is in the chorus for all those years. And she is, I mean, I love all my aunts. So no, she's not my favorite aunt because I love all my aunts equally. And they are all very, yeah, they're all great. But this book is called A 5-Year Question of the Day. No, a 5-year question a day memory journal. And each day there's a question that's a prompt, and it prompts you to write like in a blog. In this case, we're going to talk about it. I will answer the question. You can write your answer below. Now, I don't know what the question is. There's a question a day. I do not know what the question is. I have not looked at it beforehand. But I do know what date we're going to use. We are going to use April 20th, 4/20. If you know, you know. Okay, so for 4/20, April 20th, the question is, the last person you trolled on social media. Okay, this is kind of a stupid question. Because I don't really troll people. I am not a troll. I am more the trollee since I am a content creator. No, I haven't had a lot of trolls so far, but knowing the internet, you know, we'll see. But I mean, the more trolls you have, the better success you have. But who's the last person I trolled? I don't troll people. So this is kind of, it's a question. I'm trying to think. Is there anybody that I mean, I tease my friends. Does that count as trolling? I guess it does. Sometimes I tease my friends. I really can't think of one. So that was the one for 4/20. Now I'm gonna just say that I don't condemn 4/20. But I don't do 4/20. I'm from California, so there was one summer that. There's always one summer that you do 4/20 for breakfast, lunch, and dinner if you're from California. But I'm not a fan of 4/20 in general. And I'm not going to get more political. But since that was such a suck-ass question, let's go to another question. And what date are we going to pick? What date do we want to pick? Okay, I think I'm going to be posting this video on April 29th. So let's do the question for April 29th. And April 29th's question is, what do you want to learn? Okay, what do I want to learn? I mean, I still want to learn a lot of things. Even though I'm old, they say you're never too old to learn. So I guess learning things after 40. What could I learn? I could learn to play golf. What do old people do? I know I don't like golf. That's not my bag. I think what I want to learn is more about music. Like I just said, when I was talking about singing, I want to learn more about keys and stuff because I have no idea what my key is in. Um, I don't know. Like when they had auditions, I never auditioned for a musical. But when you did, you were supposed to tell them that you give the piece of music to the pianist and you tell them what key to play it in, and then you sing the song. I have no idea what key I am in. I mean, I change keys all throughout a song. So like I'll start off and then the note is too high, so I go to the lower key. Like that's why I could never sing a song from start to finish. There were 2 times I sang a song start to finish, and that was because it was for a vocal class. And I remember the song I sang. It was one of them was They Were, what was it? They Were You from the Fantastics. I think that's what it's from. And of course I can't sing it now because why? It's copyrighted. So I can't sing it, but you'll have to look it up if you don't know that song. So I had to sing it in front of 20 classmates and my teacher and our teacher. And this part's funny. I was also taking acting, drama theater, whatever you would call it. And well, I was in a different class with a different teacher. But this was just a music class. And I was singing They Were You. See, I wanted to like show you what song it is, but I can't. Okay, so no. Okay. That was one note. It was one note. I'm worried now. Okay. So I can't even tell you the lyrics either because it's copyrighted. Okay. But They Were You. Basically, what happened was this: I went up to and I started singing the song, and then I forgot the second verse. I just could not remember the second verse, so I just sang the first verse over again. And I smiled, pretending to be happy while I'm singing the song. And then the song finished, and I thought, I sang the verse twice. I'm going to get a bad grade, because our teacher was very difficult. And then she would give us our grades individually. And when I went to get my grade, she goes, "Okay, Deidre, I have something to tell you." And I was like, oh no, I bet she's going to give me, a C at the best, maybe even a D. And she goes, "I'm going to give you your grade." And I was like, oh no. And she's like, "You get an A." And I was like, oh, really? And she goes, "Yes, I can tell you've been practicing." And I was really surprised. But then I realized, I think it was because my acting, I made it like, I was so happy to be singing, and I was playing the part of, the people in the Fantastics while I was singing the song. Basically, I did my way through the song. That's a long story short. The second time I sang, these don't count drunken karaoke, by the way, but that was only like once. Okay, so the other time I sang in front of a audience was for the final for that same class, and I chose, what's that song? It was from a movie from the 70s before I was born. I don't know what movie, but it was called Love Story, and I think it was a movie or something. I don't know. But anyway, I sang that song and was a good meh, but funny enough, I did get an A in that class, and I'm very surprised because, like I said, I'm not a good singer, and I don't know about music. Okay. Now we are going to go on to our next thing that we do in this chit-chat vlog thing, and I had a note. I had a memo for anybody who watches this channel, whomever that might be. If you ever leave me a comment and I don't reply, it's simply because I did not see it. And sometimes YouTube moves the comments all around to different sections. Sometimes I don't see it. Otherwise, I will reply to all comments because I appreciate each and every one of you. And each and every comment is just, you know, something that you took a few moments to write. And the very least I can do is thank you, but if not reply. And the best channels are always doing that. And that brings me to the special shout out. The special shout out today is to Cheryl for Peace. And Cheryl is, it's Cheryl for Peace, and I'll put it down there. You probably already know who she is. She is her channel is so much fun. She tries out a bunch of wigs, and we're her hot tamales. And I just wanted to say that Cheryl has inspired me to do a video that is less scripted. I want to say one more thing is that I have a blog, and the blog is about the 1950s. It was supposed to be about the era of the 1950s, but it ended up being more about music, because the music of the 1950s is my passion. And there's a lot in there about that. But whenever I write something, I always say, whose blog is this anyway? Because it's my blog, and I can write whatever I want. This is my channel, and I can talk about whatever I want. And each and every one of you that has a channel can talk about whatever you want on your channel, because it is your channel. It is your space. Okay. And then the final thing I wanted to say was, if you don't like these chit-chat videos, there are beauty videos. If you don't like beauty videos, there are collectible unboxing videos. If you don't like collectible unboxing videos, there are hauls for Dollar Tree coming up. There's maybe another Temu haul. Just giving you a hint. So out of those 5 or 6 topics, maybe there's something you like. But don't unsubscribe if you don't like one video. Just skip over it. There are more. I am not in a one topic channel. I just have too many interests for that. But you will keep seeing the rotation, okay? So don't think that I switched from beauty to unboxing toys, or from unboxing toys to something else. No, it's about 4 or 5 topics that will keep repeating. And if and you will see about 5 or 6 videos a month. And out of those 5 or 6 videos, there's probably going to be one that you might be interested in. All right, thank you for watching, and I do appreciate each and every one of you for watching. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.